Hey everybody, this is Jeff from Intergalactic Toys, bringing you another episode on our Hot Wheels episode. Today's episode is going to feature these custom Hot Wheels board that's made by a fellow Hot Wheels enthusiast slash collector by the name of Josh. We're going to head over to his place and check out some of the boards he has for us. But I just wanted to, before we do that, I wanted to show you my board that he made for me that was done in a flame card. And it's an anniversary, it's celebrating the 50 years of Hot Wheels, which happened in 2018. So it is a 50th anniversary and it's a treasure hunt. So there's the treasure hunt symbol and the 15 treasure hunt cars in one super treasure hunt. We made an extra space. So this is the first super treasure hunt that I found for that year. And I don't normally find super treasure hunts, but I was lucky to find that one. So I put that one on there in a soft protector. We actually made the board so we could put all these cars in soft protectors. I don't have enough soft protectors that I'm using them for other cars. So I will be buying soft protectors to put like that, so you'll see what it's going to look like in the end. But for now, all the cars are up there. And I wanted to show you that on this board, when he started making boards, he was using holes for the pegs. And so you can see there, hopefully, that there's a couple holes there for a peg, short peg, long peg, and you can fit one card, a single card, or several cars up there on one peg if you want to. And then the spacing is pretty good, so you could still use like a premium Hot Wheel or another brand of diecast that maybe the carding's a little bit bigger. Now he uses channeling, so we're gonna go over there. We're gonna see that. And the channeling is pretty cool. It's adjustable, and you can probably get more cars on there than this. It takes up a lot of the background, so you don't have a whole lot of design. You're going to see the image is pretty much gone because it'll be covered by the cars. But the channeling looks really clean. You don't have these pegs sticking out. So that's pretty cool. The 3D elements are still there, but he does do some flat graphics designs. They're stickers. But these are actually cut out and painted and then put on the board. So we'll talk to him about the process that he does with his boards. So, all right. So anyway, I just wanted to show you my board that Josh made for me. These are awesome boards. They're great to have. Put them in your office, man cave, wherever, your Hot Wheels room. So yeah, let's head on over to Josh's place and we'll check out some more boards and how he makes them. All right, so let's go. All right, folks, here we are. We've just pulled up to our buddy Josh's house here. We're going to show you some really nice custom Hot Wheels boards. Yeah, so here we go. Hey Josh, how you doing, buddy?
Doing, Jeff.
Good. All right, everybody. Here we are in Josh's garage, and we're looking at these custom Hot Wheel boards that he makes. So, Josh, tell us a little bit about. We're looking at this first Hot Wheels board that you've made. It's got a lot of your nice Hot Wheels on it. Tell us about your board. Like, what was the inspiration for making your board?
So the original inspiration for the boards was basically tubs, totes, containers, boxes, anything that most Hot Wheels collectors put their Hot Wheels stuff in.
Oh yeah.
We had a great time collecting, and then it just got to the point we had boxes and boxes of Hot Wheels, and you never see them because they're in totes or boxes. So we wanted to put them up and display them. And originally I was just going to get a pegboard from Lowe's or something, hang it up, and just put them up on the pegs. And then the wife says, well, that's going to be kind of ugly. You're not going to even paint it? So I said, well, Luke likes blue. Maybe I'll paint it blue. And then as the days went by and thinking about it, it just kind of snowballed in my head until we ended up with that.
All right. And you know what? A lot of Hot Wheels collectors right now are shaking their heads because, they've got a lot of their Hot Wheels, even nice Hot Wheels, sitting in totes. I know I do. I have mine in boxes. And yeah, they just sit there. But yeah, this is a great option. Tell us, so looking at these boards, this isn't the only board. Let me pan to these other boards that you have made. Pretty cool. Check these out. So that one's really nice. Now these are made in to look like cards. So yes. Like Hot Wheels cards. You've probably already figured that out if you're looking at these boards. But actually the other one is not, I think, yeah, the one that you're in. This one's not, but it's still in a rectangular shape. Pretty cool. It looks like it's a lowrider motif. Mm-hmm. And one thing I wanted to mention on this particular board is, so you'll see that Josh has done the Hot Wheels logo in like a 3D versus the truck, which is a sticker.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Which is pretty cool. And there's a guy, another one of our Hot Wheels buddies, who's a Hot Wheels enthusiast, who makes the stickers. That will be a part B. We'll do another video over at his place, and we'll be looking at a couple of boards that Josh made for him in another future episode. So this right here, though, I just wanted to mention that. So now these boards, Josh, what are they made out of?
They're made out of 1/4-inch MDF, and I've got some scrap pieces over here so you can see. But this is all it is. It's just a piece of 1/4-inch MDF, and you can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot or any kind of, material shop.
Okay.
And I just cut them to size and go from there. But they start out as these big 4-foot by 8-foot long pieces.
Oh, wow.
So you can get several boards out of one sheet.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, okay. And so now, but they obviously don't look like that. I mean, you look at these finishes on them. So they're made out of that, but what else is used on them besides you have the board?
Well, it just depends on what I want the final product to look like, but it's basically just sanded down, primered, sanded down, painted again, and I use rattle cans that, again, you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot. Nothing's fancy or special.
And the finish?
The finish is a little more specialized. It's basically tabletop epoxy.
Okay.
And the first epoxy I used was really, I got it at Lowe's, and it was really expensive. It was really toxic. It is not easy to work with. But since then, I found epoxy that's really, really good. It's non-toxic. I can actually pour it in the house, which helps the temperature issue, because it has to be in a certain temperature range for this epoxy to really work and look good.
Okay.
So yeah, it took some experimenting, but the finished product is the epoxy.
And the 3D, to get the 3D effect, like on these Hot Wheels logos, for instance, and I'll show you this board over here. Those are all cut out, hand cut out.
Yeah, this board was the very first board that I ever did.
See that.
And there's a time-lapse video on my YouTube channel showing how I did this board. But you can see that it's kind of like 3D. Yeah. And that's because this is the same material as this here. So I just cut it out of another piece individually with marked it out and cut it out using a jigsaw. And it took forever, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. And looking at these cars that are hanging on pegs, I remember seeing one of your other boards, and they're not pegs.
No, they're channel molding. Like, here's some scrap pieces down here, and you can again get all this stuff at like Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff. So this is just channel molding.
Okay.
That the cars just kind of slide in those grooves there.
Yeah.
And what I do is I'll put them. You can put them either sideways on here, or you can put them up and down for stacker style or a slide style. You get more cars on like a stacker type board. You don't see the cards, but you see all the cars. But you can fit a lot more of them on there.
Right. And the thing is that people don't realize it. So you're looking at a board that looks pretty blank. You're like thinking, well, why is everything at the top? And the truth is that if you notice on this board that you're only going to see perhaps the top of the board because the cars, when you put them on, cover up most of that background.
Yeah.
So if you put any type of image, the cars are just going to block it out.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why these boards are most of the graphics, the Hot Wheels logo, so forth is put up above. Yeah. Okay. And then about how long do these take you to make?
Well, it depends on how much detail is involved in the board, and it also depends on the extra time that I have, because this is all done in my spare time.
Okay.
So a lot of it depends. I can have a board done in 2 weeks, and there's been some boards that have taken months just because of my time.
Gotcha. But if you worked full time on these, just to give an idea, a couple days, 3 days? 4 or 5 days. Okay, so that gives you an idea, folks, about the kind of time that it takes, to make these. But, as you can see, especially with that one, we can see a finished product with the cars actually on it. It's definitely worthwhile. Definitely a showpiece. If you're a Hot Wheels enthusiast, Hot Wheels collector, you've got an office, a man cave, whatever. You're definitely gonna want one of these. I just think they're just really, really nice showpieces. And of course, there's the functionality of showing your cars, and you can do anything on them. You can just have any car, or you can have treasure hunts, you can hang Red Line Club cars, whatever, But as far as like if somebody wanted one of these boards, the cost on them are in the range of what?
Depends on size and detail. I mean, obviously, the more detail that they have on them, it's going to take more time for me to do.
Sure.
It's going to cost me more materials and stuff. Like this one, for example, this board, it was based on a short cart, but it's got a custom silhouette on the top.
Yeah.
The guy, when
see
he was
that.
a kid, he liked Mario Brothers, he liked Super Contra, and he liked Ninja Gaiden. So we have
I see that.
Mario Brothers,
That is Mario,
Super
yeah.
Contra, and Ninja Gaiden in with the regular Hot Wheels motif.
Very interesting.
And
yeah.
so I had to actually hand draw that and cut it out of a stencil material and do it that way. But a board like this would usually cost around probably $275, $300.
Okay.
A
good
board
idea.
like this, $250 to $300, because there's not a ton of detail to it. We use a CNC machine to cut out the Hot Wheels letters and the lowrider guy here, and this is a sticker under epoxy.
Okay.
So the CNC machine is way, way faster than hand cutting. Like when I hand cut all this stuff out, it took me like a day and a half
Right.
just to get it in primer.
Right.
Whereas this, the CNC machine cuts it out in like 30 minutes.
Right.
And it just saves
Big
a ton
time
of
saver
Yes.
and money, of
Yeah,
course.
exactly.
You know, time is money, folks. We all know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, I mean, that's I think that's all the questions and time we have today on this episode. We just want to go ahead and thank Josh for showing us these wonderful boards and just talking about them, the time it takes, and it's just amazing. It just shows you what you know a Hot Wheels enthusiast collector can do in their spare time. You know, not necessarily business, but you know, it's one of those things where you never know what people are doing. You know, outside of the box. This is one of those things which I think is great. It's really, really, like I said before, a nice showpiece. I would definitely get one of these if you can't make one. I'll put down in the description. Josh has a YouTube channel. I'll forward you to him. And then you can talk to him if you're local to the Treasure Valley. You can talk to him about maybe perhaps making you a custom board. You have made several boards for some of the Hot Wheels collectors, local Hot Wheels collectors, right?
I've probably made about a dozen boards total so far.
There you have it. All
Yeah,
right.
you've got one.
Yep.
I've done an 80s style board. I've got this one. I've got the lowrider. I've got a golf themed board over at a local company. I've made some actual signs for a car show for Track Shark. Yeah, I've made probably about a dozen boards so far.
Nice, very nice. And see, that just shows what you can do. And I think this is just a welcome addition to for Hot Wheels enthusiasts. And yeah, so definitely we want to thank Josh again. Thanks, Josh. And hit a like, hit a subscribe, and we'll be doing more future Hot Wheels videos for you Hot Wheels enthusiasts and collectors. All right. Thanks again, Josh.
You're welcome.